Hi Leos, welcome to June. Can't believe we're in mid-month already. I mean, mid-year, sorry. Just give me a sec. Ah! You did. Anyways. Okay, then. Let's get started. Give me one sec. Okay, so what's in store for the Lions this month? You guys are coming into this month, or the first card that popped out for you is mentioning clarity. The Six of Air. In this deck, it's called the Six of Air, which I think is brilliant. How the Native Americans' wisdom is depicted in this deck. It's awesome. I hope you like it just as much as I did. So the Six of Air. I feel like you're on the quest for bluer skies and calmer waters. You want clarity. And this can even go as far as moving on completely or moving on and traveling to some sort of distance. Because then you also have as the base of the reading the Spiritual Warrior, which is the Chariot card. So maybe some of you are traveling away from a partner just a little bit for a break. May not be separation completely, but you just need a break from each other. And the reason of why you want some clarity or why you want to move on into calmer waters and bluer skies is because this can be a few different scenarios. For some of you, someone may be an over sensationalist, and it may be breaking up a family. You have the Father of Earth here, and then the Moon, which these two combined can mean of such. But this is only going to be for a small amount of you, and it can vary, and it can mean different meanings for others. All right. And I say that because the Father of Earth is sensual, he's tangible, he's practical, he's hands-on. He can be quite stern and rigid in his beliefs as well, but he's a good businessman, and he's very earthy and down to earth. But this earthliness and sensualness can turn into something that is an over sensationalist, and pair that with the Moon, which often means addictions and hidden complexities or hidden desires or hidden beliefs or creativities or intuition things come into light, or the dream world. That's why I feel like these two paired can mean that maybe someone who is a sensationalist is breaking up a home, because then you have the Ace of Wands here, or the Ace of Fire. And this is Wands, this is Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries energy. Fire is what their energy deals with. The Earth is the Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo, and then the air, which is the Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So maybe money is going on impulses or vices for one of you, selfishly. And in hindsight, the Daughter of Fire, because along on the same alignment of that, which also gives, like these cards feed off each other. So this one can give advice or can bounce off of the reasons of why these cards came out, even no matter what way you look at it, whether it's horizontal or vertical. All right. So yeah, the Daughter of Fire can also mean passion. It can be you or it can be them, but it can also represent burning and burning, a fire burning, or like anxiety or an anxious competitive relationship where it's always about somebody being showy or flashy or putting on a show for the outside world. So that can also be the case for some of you. And then with this Ace of Fire in reverse, something has been stifled, or like there may be an unhealthy fire or passions burning. And this can also pertain to the person, or for the message for the person who maybe the sensationalist and maybe working on impulse, not really thinking clearly about these desires and where it can take them, or where it can take their family if it's detrimental. A secret may have come to light for some of you regarding the head of the house, and that can be the presence. And if that's not the scenario of somebody being a sensationalist, it can just simply mean that the head of the house, the father of earth, can even be a Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo, sun, moon, or rising if you don't know. Or it could just be the essence of this person who's the provider. And then the moon, which is illuminations, which is bringing things to light, which is highlighting what's done in the dark, which is highlighting primal instincts. So this can either be a father figure, like literally your father, or it can be a romantic kind of earth partner that you are involved with, okay? And this is putting a damper on your relationship, and the fire has been put out. Which is why this spiritual breakthrough, which is normally the wand or the fire uprights, which is piercing through spiritual breakthrough, action, movement, forward action. In reverse, it's kind of stifled, and it's not really moving so smoothly or profoundly. Maybe like stops in it, blockages. There may be an imbalance or a clash of wheels. One may be rather logical and practical, and the other more whimsical and creative. And I say this because the father can be very practical sometimes. Doesn't want to listen to intuition and things of that sort. Sometimes it can mean that, okay? And the other one may be more dreamy, more mystical, more water-like energy, more intuitive, more creative, and forces, okay? And this may be causing a blockage, again, the presence of this Ace of Fire in reverse. And moving forward and taking action onto a partnership. But overall, I definitely feel like you're more in tune with your instincts with something, and that's why it's deriving from the clarity card, and that's why you have the advice here underneath the clarity card. And I definitely feel like you're feeling more connected to spirit. The outcome of this is that somebody may be longing to be somewhere else, or fantasizing about another lover who meets all the criteria and who checks all of their boxes. And I say that because, Lions, you have the 3 of Fire here, which speaks of integrity, and then you have the 8 of Water. In this deck, it is highlighting the stagnation, but I'm going to go with the more traditional meaning for this, meaning like moving on, or following a dream, or moving on from an old dream that is no longer serving you, or moving on from a person. So maybe a free agent, you may be deciding it's best to separate or to departure out of this union. And this is going to be for the good of all involved. For some of you, the message is that you want to be more creative and hands-on with your lover and more present in their lives, and you want to do more active and passionate things to get the fire going and to enliven this weakened state that you may be in. Okay? You may be feeling detached or disconnected from a significant other, and the focus is now on yourself and on your inner transformation. Because then you have this card right here, transformation. Number 13, which is equivalent to the death card in the normal traditional decks. Now, this doesn't have to mean physical death. I feel like it's telling you a more metaphysical, metaphorical, a more spiritual kind of incarnation. You want inner transformation, you want death and rebirth. And stemming from the 6 of Air or the clarity card, this is what is next. So, a lot of changing and reshaping in your life. Only if you allow it, huh? You are itching to be reborn and ahead of some, ahead of this whole process that you may be going with, and it may have been done for some time. You kind of want to shed some skin, just like how the snakes do to renew themselves. I feel like dogmas and old values are changing. Just the message here is just don't try to stop the inevitable. Embrace it. Detach yourself and don't cling on to anything. The result of this shakeup or new shift may be putting a strain on an already established families or loved ones. Okay? And that's probably why the presence of this Ten of Earth, which often means wealth, upright, stability, a good, stable unit, but in reverse, it's not so much. Feeling unsupported or unloved, or like someone can be feeling like this from you, Lions. Financing within the household may be iffy, and you guys may be penny pinching or simply not living the prosperous life you or they signed up for. And what was once a stable and dependable unit is now flaky. I feel like someone is so hung up on their ways and on being right that it could be causing a strain, and a break is needed, and you may simply keep this recurring thought in your head like, I am so done with this. That's what the presence of the Nine of Earth here often represents. Okay, in reverse, especially in a love reading. Or you may be saying things like, I'm so over this. Like, it just maybe repetitive thoughts keep coming into your head. You may feel like there's nothing to hold on to anymore, nothing to fight for anymore. Even if it's only temporarily, I definitely think a break is definitely needed, because next to that you have the Four of Air, or the Four of Swords in the traditional deck, which often depicts a man or a knight meditating and relaxing, hanging up his swords and relaxing, detaching. I'll further elaborate on that in a minute. And then you also have the Nine of Earth here, accumulation, which is a very independently successful energy, where someone kind of has their shit together, but like all in the lonesome. A lot of these cards that are coming out speaks on like singledom, or like speaks of someone, or of becoming single or taking a break of some sort. So it's like maybe better to part to reach your dreams and financial aspirations that you have. This may be the theme here of why you have so many single, or so many going within self like cards, or dealing with self, or inner work, or inner transformation cards. Maybe time to shed someone off of your skin, or off of your radar. Someone's passions and desires don't align with yours, or don't align with your own things, and I feel like you're following your spirit and have a sense of detachment from this person. And also, what time? Okay. Also, I feel you have been waiting in vain. You have the Son of Earth in reverse. I feel like you have been waiting in vain for your effort to be recognized, or someone has been doing this to you. Or you've been waiting in vain for someone to change, because this Son of Earth in reverse, you need to change your pattern of doing things, change this unfavorable or unsatisfying routine, feeling like you invested in something that went sour, and the trust is weakening. Don't feel so grounded, you feel like shaken, like the earth has been pulled from beneath you. And the advice from this is to follow your voice of spirit, this daughter of fire. Follow the passion, follow spirit. Fire is spirit, or the wands in the other tarot card deck is spirit. It could be you being earnest and ready to ignite the passion and passion products, and to feel really connected to what your spirit is telling you. Become one with the air and the heavens, just like this picture is depicting. You see like the the healing smoke burning from the sacred stage here in this picture. And then the outcome of this alignment is the Four of Air again. Your contemplation, contemplating things. Your pause is a need for pausing and reflecting, dropping out of the rat race. Don't intervene in events. Simply meditate, detach, be serene. Take a chill pill, Lions, and a breather, and patiently wait and watch what happens next. But overall, I feel like this month is advising you to keep your options open. And they are advising you not to cling to too much onto the past and to broaden your horizons. Boom, that is your reading. You have the Chariot or the Spiritual Warrior at the base of the reading. This may be actual travel, or this may just mean going within yourself and aligning within yourself and your personal values so that your outer world does not have to be up in disarray or up in the air or with confusion. Have good inner peace. Or it can mean that you're typically moving on from someone, because it's often depicted as a chariot with horses moving and forcefully into a certain direction. So it can mean movement, or just mean an inner work, or working on your inner balance. Now, as that's it for your reading, Leahs. I hope that you found some messages in there. And now I'm gonna move on to the messages that came out for you in the oracle forms. Okay, from the wisdom of the oracle deck, you received serendipity and regeneration. Serendipity. The essential meaning: opportunity lied with readiness, the awareness of synchronicity, luck and good fortune appearing as signs and symbols, a magical alignment of events. The oracle's message: you have stepped into alignment with the greater good, where your dreams and the collective dream resonate in exquisite harmony. Now is the time for luck and preparation to meet and create miracles that you could never have planned all by yourself. Keep in mind that you are a channel for providence right now, as a higher energy uses you as a force on behalf of the whole world. Your fortune becomes everyone's fortune. Everything you bring into being now will leave a wondrous legacy for others in the future. Your service to the world is being supported at this time. Expect the unexpected. Smile, and smile, for Spirit loves you very much. In a relationship message, Spirit has a plan, and that plan is to place you in front of the right person at the right time. You have met or are about to meet someone vitally important to your journey. Someone Spirit wants to bring into your life. Early divine forces can plan this meeting. It is out of your hands. Pay attention to the signs Spirit presents. Prosperity message: you are in the right place at the right time. Be grateful, for the stars are aligned in your favor and fortune is smiling on you. Victory and success are yours. The choices you have made in the past have prepared you for the opportunities now before you. This is your lucky moment. The timing is perfect. That's going to be the message for some of you. Out of the same deck, you received regeneration. Rebirth, second chances and new opportunities. Second chances are available to you now. Whatever opportunities you thought were dead are now revived in a more authentic, stronger form. Whether you may have perceived it as a failure or a loss, is now being replaced by something better and more powerful growing in its place. The rebirth is assured. Step into your new life. Destiny is being fulfilled in wondrous ways. The relationship message: the world is based on connections and relationships. No matter what loss has occurred in the past or even now, death and endings are only illusions. There is life after death, love after loss, and in this moment you are radiating the regenerative life force energy that makes you irresistible to love in all forms. Now is the time when you will see evidence of this new emergence. Can you feel it? Because love is rising up to greet you. Amazing. And then from Fairies and Oracle. You received Mickle or Muckle. Mickle or Muckle. I like that. I don't think I've ever really pulled this one before. But you received it in reverse. Every day, this overall meaning of Mickle or Muckle is everyday blessings, play, mix blessings. But you received it in the reverse. So this card reverse can signify behavior that is opportunistic, self-centered, inconsiderate, selfish, and childlike. Immature too. It can speak of clinging to unrealistic notions about security, clinging to the known path, rejecting adventure. Don't, Mickle says, let yourself do that, please. So that is the message from the fairies. And from the romance angels, you received a wedding. This situation involves marriage. So this can either mean that you may meet someone at a wedding, for some of you who is going to meet someone new, or it can mean the situation involves marriage of some sort, whether it's in a past life, or this life, or in the future. And then you received religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual factors. So maybe you feel like you have to hold on to someone because maybe you have a child with them and you feel like this is the right thing to do. You need to raise a child in a two-parent home. Or these religious factors can tie into how I was saying one of you may have maybe on a certain wavelength and the other may be on another one, and that may be causing clashes and stagnance in your growth. Okay? Whatever intuitive message that this means for you, then that is it, Lion. Now, also from the Medicines card, oracles. This is also Native American-like energy, shaman-like energy. You got two cards that popped out. You received Black Panther, number 52 in reverse. Overall, the Black Panther means embracing the unknown. So yeah, for those of you who are scared to branch out, or even try, if you are staying with your partner, even try new things with your partner to spruce things up. Don't be scared, lions. You're the lions and the lionesses. Curb that ish. So the Black Panther in reverse. So the contrary meaning of this is, if Black Panther is appearing as contrary, you may be seeing situations as black or white, good or bad, with no middle ground. Be free of mental presuppositions and expectations. It could be time to do some house cleaning, let go of negative people, limiting thoughts, or any fear of being alone. If you are out of balance, your shadow may be creating demons of fear. Enter the stillness and refuse to surrender your personal power, authority to avoidance mechanisms, justifications, or mental gymnastics. Remember, the fear of what if will always keep you from enjoying the present moment and life's gift in the present. Feeling jumpy, nervous, confused, paranoid, afraid of being alone, or somehow at risk? These feelings are the shadow's domain. Tell your shadow to get lost. Then acknowledge and release any feelings of discomfort. Find the emptiness of the void and snuggle into Black Panther's midnight fur. In all cases, you are reminded that every human being emerged from darkness in the womb. That every human being emerged from darkness of the womb. You once felt that silence and the ebony void of this nurturing space was the safest place to be. So embrace it. Okay. Let go of limiting thoughts or any fear of being alone. Then you also received Spider. This one's probably going to go into a little bit of longevity of storytelling. But the wisdom of this is brilliant. So I say that because it's upright. It's going to be a little bit longer than the contrary message. Weaving is what the spider is all about. Spider wove the web that brought humans the first picture of the alphabet. The letters were part of the angles of her web. Deer asked Spider what she was weaving and why all the lines looked like symbols. Spider replied, "Why, dear? It is time for Earth's children to learn and to make records of their progress in their Earth walk." Dear answered Spider, But they already have pictures that show through symbols the stories of their experiences. Yes, said Spider. But Earth's children are growing more complex, and their future generations will need to know more. The ones to come won't remember how to read the petroglyphs. So it was that Spider wove the first primordial alphabet, as she had woven the dream of the world that had become manifest. Spider's dream of the physical world had come to fruition millions of years before. Spider's body is made like the number 8, consisting of 2 lobe-like parts connected at the waist, and 8 legs. Spider is the symbol for the infinite possibilities of creation. Her 8 legs represent the 4 winds of change and the 4 directions on the medicine wheel. Spider weaves the webs of fate for those who get caught up in her web and become her dinner. This is similar to humans who get caught in the web of illusion in the physical world and never see beyond the horizon into the other dimensions. The web of fate also represents a wheel of life, which does not include any alternatives or solutions. It is typically human to get caught in the polarity of good and bad fortune without realizing that we can change it at any time. If we are not decisive enough about changing our lots in life, we may end up being consumed by our fears and limitations. Spider is the female energy of the creative force that weaves the beautiful designs of life. Her web has hundreds of intricate patterns which catch the morning dew. If Spider has dropped from her web and into your cards today, she may be telling you to create, create, create. Look for new alternatives to your present impasse. She can also be warning you that you are coming too close to an entangling situation. Spider could be asking you to use a journal to write out and review your progress. If you do this, you will not forget how you are creating a new or different phase in your life. Spider brings a message of a different kind when she sees you becoming a bit too involved in the weaving of your life. She plans to notice opportunity at the outskirts of your realm, of your web. If this is the case, Spider gets to your attention so that you notice that something you have woven has borne fruit. Congratulations! Spider caught you just in time before you missed the opportunity on edge of your web or reality. The most important message from Spider is that you are an infinite being who will continue to weave the patterns of life and living throughout time. Do not fail to see the expansiveness of the eternal plan. Spider, weaving webs of delight, weave me a peaceful world, carrying creation in your web, waiting to be unfurled. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. That is the end. Leos, I really hope that you have some messages. Please like, share, and subscribe for the newbies. And enjoy the rest of your June. Peace.